What is physicalism? In philosophy, physicalism is the metaphysical thesis that everything is physical. Hence, in physicalism, there is nothing and above the physical. This thesis is parallel to the one attributed to the ancient Greek philosopher Thales, who claims that everything is water, or the idealism of the 18th century philosopher George Berkeley, that everything is mental. The general idea in physicalism, therefore, is that the nature of the actual world, that is, the universe and everything in it, conforms to a certain condition, which is the condition of being physical. As we can see, physicalism implies that everything is made up of matter and therefore takes up space. Hence, physicalism directly leads one to ask questions like, what is happiness, fear, and pain? Are these made of matter too? We can't imagine these things in a physical form, but intuitively, they seem to be mental and immaterial, though for anyone who has experienced them, they are not abstract. Of course, the adherents of physicalism don't deny that the world might contain many items that at first glance don't seem physical, such as items of a biological, psychological, moral, social, or mathematical nature. But they insist nevertheless that at the end of the day, such items are physical, or at least bear an important relation to the physical. It must be noted that physicalism grew out of materialism. Hence, physicalism and materialism are closely related. In fact, some scholars equate physicalism with materialism. Indeed, on one strand to contemporary usage, the terms physicalism and materialism are interchangeable. But the two terms have very different histories. Some philosophers suggest that physicalism is distinct from materialism, for a reason quite unrelated to the one emphasized by Neurath and Carnap. As the name suggests, materialists historically held that everything was matter, where matter was conceived as an inert, senseless substance, in which extension, figure, and motion do actually subsist. But physics itself has shown that not everything is matter in this sense. For example, forces such as gravity are physical, but it is not clear that they are material in the traditional sense. Hence, it is tempting to use physicalism to distance oneself from what seems a historically important, but no longer scientifically relevant thesis of materialism, and related to this, to emphasize a connection to physics and the physical sciences. However, while physicalism is certainly unusual among metaphysical doctrines in being associated with a commitment both to the sciences and to a particular branch of science, namely physics, it is not clear that this is a good reason for calling it physicalism rather than materialism. For one thing, many contemporary physicalists do in fact use the word materialism to describe their doctrine. Moreover, while physicalism is no doubt related to physics, it is also related to physical object, and this in turn is very closely connected with material object, and via that, with matter. Lastly, physicalism is often a topic of discussion and debate in philosophy of mind. Physicalism also implies that everything can be explained within the realm of physics, and thus is a supporting tenet of reductionism.